They were continuing to read The Brothers Karamazov. Her husband, too, came up, and then they all approached me and almost kissed me. My heart was filled with joy, but my attention was especially caught by a middle-aged man who came up to me with the others. I knew him by name already, but had never made his acquaintance, nor exchanged a word with him till that evening. The mysterious visitor. He had long been an official in the town. He was in a prominent position, respected by all, rich, and had a reputation for benevolence. He subscribed considerable sums to the almshouse and the orphan asylum. He was very charitable too, in secret, a fact which only became known after his death. He was a man of about 50, almost stern in appearance, and not much given to conversation. He had been married about 10 years, and his wife, who was still young, had borne him 3 children. Well, I was sitting alone in my room the following evening, when my door suddenly opened and this gentleman walked in. I must mention, by the way, that I was no longer living in my former quarters. As soon as I resigned my commission, I took rooms with an old lady, the widow of a government clerk. My landlady's servant waited upon me, for I had moved into her rooms simply because on my return from the duel I had sent Afanasy back to the regiment, as I felt ashamed to look him in the face after my last interview with him. So prone is the man of the world to be ashamed of any righteous action. I have, said my visitor, with great interest listened to you speaking in different houses the last few days, and I wanted at last to make your personal acquaintance, so as to talk to you more intimately. Can you, dear sir, grant me this favor? I can, with the greatest pleasure, and I shall look upon it as an honor. I said this, though I felt almost dismayed. So greatly was I impressed from the first moment by the appearance of this man. For though other people had listened to me with interest and attention, no one had come to me before with such a serious, stern, and concentrated expression. And now he had come to see me in my own rooms. He sat down. You are, I see, a man of great strength of character, he said, as you have dared to serve the truth, even when by doing so you risked incurring the contempt of all. Your praise is perhaps excessive, I replied. No, it's not excessive, he answered. Believe me, such a course of action is far more difficult than you think. It is that which has impressed me, and it is only on that account that I have come to you, he continued. Tell me, please, that is, if you are not annoyed by my perhaps unseemly curiosity, what were your exact sensations, if you can recall them, at the moment when you made up your mind to ask forgiveness at the duel? Do not think my question frivolous. On the contrary, I have, in asking the question, a secret motive of my own, which I will perhaps explain to you later on, if it is God's will that we should become more intimately acquainted. All the while he was speaking, I was looking at him straight into the face, and I felt all at once a complete trust in him, and great curiosity on my side also, for I felt that there was some strange secret in his soul. You ask what were my exact sensations at the moment when I asked my opponent's forgiveness, I answered. But I had better tell you from the beginning what I have not yet told anyone else. And I described all that had passed between Afanasy and me, and how I had bowed down to the ground at his feet. From that you can see for yourself, I concluded, that at the time of the duel it was easier for me, for I had made a beginning already at home, and when once I had started on that road, to go farther along it was far from being difficult, but became a source of joy and happiness. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.